Hello guys. Oh, okay, that's kind of high. Put that down to 80, 88 or so. Um, maybe more. Okay, so move it down 70 something. That should do. That should do the trick. Just the gain all the way up. It's not what the gain's all the way up. Hello? The gain at half. Uh, put this at 75. I kind of feel more comfortable with that. I think that's okay. Um, so let's get started. So we've got our little guy. He's all shaded. He's all colored. He is complete. We got our little shell, the little worm, and his eyeball. Those are the three things that this character kind of has. And um, after this, now we are going to try and model him now. So we can get rid of this sphere that's in here. I think that was placed in there at the beginning. This is the reference photo. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, this is a spare shell, just in case I messed it up. Um, so I'm just gonna go back and label all these so we get a better um, understanding of them all, so we know what's what and how to connect what to where. Uh, just for the sake of organization, I'm gonna make a new collection called character, and this will be collection scene probably. And the only thing I'm gonna leave in here is there. So we got all our character parts in here and everything is in here. The reference stays in here. I could stay in there because I just don't want it in here to mess with us. Camera and the light. So next up, we also have to add our object modes. We have to add a armature. Armature is kind of the skeleton inside of our character. So I'm gonna press E to extrude. Hold up. We'll go into this mode right here so we can at least see through. And I know I'm gonna want several vertices so that we can, or several bones so that we can make sure this is correct. Luckily, this isn't too complex, but I do want to get these two like appendages moving at the same time. I don't know if we're gonna do these pointy things. I think it should just be good enough to get the body moving. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna extrude this out one. Actually, let's take a look at this. Make sure these are connected. Put it there. Yeah, we'll do that. There. And that's kind of be our armature for our character. One thing you want to make sure is you want to make sure everything is connected. When I pull this, everything else moves. Sometimes you'll get ones that are not connected at all. And if you do, it's kind of a bit of a problem. It should be just Control J to join if you got two of them. And that should combine them. So I'm going to press A, and then I'm going to press, we'll do Snom first. Go back into edit mode, right click, and parent. And then we'll want to do parent with automatic weights. And that should work. See, now the parent is attached to the object. So if you encounter this problem, which I was telling you about before, when I applied the armature, which is what you're going to do is you're going to apply the armature to be the parent, not the object. So the object is actually inside the armature. And then once you do that, for whatever reason, I experienced a problem where I'm getting detaching from all the different segments that I set up. If you go into bone inside of the armature tab, scroll all the way down to relations, and you select the one that you want. So for example, this one, I want the parent to be this one on the left side. So I'm going to put bone 1, and I'm going to press connected. So now it's not only parented, but it's connected the two. So it's just parented. It's going to show like the relation between the two, but I'm going to connect them. And then this one, I'm going to do the same. I am going to, oh, it's already connected. I don't know. I have to parent this one. I'm going to parent it to bone. I guess this one could get parented to the bone before. And make sure they're connected. All right, here, I got an idea. We'll subdivide it. And put it back. That's pretty good. Okay, so there we go. We've got our character. He's all set up. They should be all parented correctly. Grab our... Oh, we're in... What? We're not in edit. There we go. Back in edit mode. They're connected. Cool. And I might even add 2 little squares here, so it's a little bit more kind of flexible. So let's put it into pose mode and see what it can do. So now that we're in pose mode, you can actually see that it's deforming the mesh. Okay, guys, so I'm back. I completed what I wanted to. So we've got all our bones set up here. So I'm going to quickly kind of show you what I did briefly. So I'm going to go into object mode. I'm going to select the object that I want. I'm going to put weight paint mode on it. And then in this vertex group, you're going to see all these different bones here. That bone group is from this armature set. So let's say, for instance, bone 1. What is bone 1 doing? So let's say we'll mute the shell so I can see the shell. Okay, so bone 1 is moving all these constituent parts right here. Actually, that is not what it was before. Oh, that changed, but weight paint mode. And I'm just going to clean that up. That should be that. Bump that up. And then we've also got bone 2, which is right here. We've got bone 3, which is this little kind of the nub on the front. And then we got this one, which is the nub on the front here. Just get that vertice. And we got 5, which is the one in the back. And that's all the bones. There's actually 2 bone 5s. I'm going to get rid of this one because this one's lowercase. So next up, we've got, if you see this little weight paint right here next to your object, you can click the next object. Say I want to go into weight paint mode on the shell. I can do that. All right, so you see bone 1 can mainly controls the back part of the shell. Then we've got the 2, which kind of controls it right here at the front. And 5 is the one that major kind of controls it. Then we also have the eyes. So the eyes, the way I set up the eyes were, if it's bone 3, it only moves this eye and not this eye. If it's bone 4, move this eye and not that eye. And if it's bone 2, move both eyes at the same time. Um, and that kind of gave us the effect we were looking for. Uh, so now I'm going to go back into object mode, select our object, close down that so it's not as complex, and put it in pose mode. And now when we move it, everything moves along with it. So now that we've got our guy all set up finally, it's time that we get him put into a scene. So let's start building a little background for him and for our guy, basically. So I'm gonna keep what we got going on here. Shift A to put in a new object. It's in pose mode. Go back to object mode, Shift A to put in a new object. I'm gonna want a plane. Let's put this object about right here, probably. Scale it up. Put it in edit mode. Move it so it's vertical. Make sure we're in this transparency mode so you get that other verticing. Select all. Actually, I'm going to put it in the object mode so it keeps its origin point. We are going to scale it up. Take a look at our camera. Control R to inset. Actually, we're going to want to bevel this corner. So select this corner and Control B to bevel. And there we go. And we kind of want something like that. So the background, we'll do six segments. This is kind of what they do in studios typically. Now when I go into this mode, you can kind of see, scale it up just a tad more. So it's, you don't get that gray in the background. So we're going to do about that much. All right. And now I'm going to actually go look for something like a 2D image that we can do. That you would see in Pokemon, maybe like some grass or something. So I'm gonna go on Google. Yeah, let's do that actually. That would be, would that be UV editing? And then import new BG, new image, pictures. What was the name of it? E8. E8. That's not it. Is it? All right, well, we're just going to drag and drop it in. All right, that's the image that I've chosen. I am going to put it on this shader mode so we can see it, and then I'm going to put it in new material. We'll call this one BG again for background. The base color is actually going to be a texture. So we're going to select this little dot and look for image texture. Open image texture. It should be in downloads again. Called D843. That's it right there. Opened. Okay, cool. So this is working. If we go into here, we should be able to see everything and kind of move it the way we want. Now I want to select. Ooh, okay. So we would want this from here to here is going to be the foreground. Scale it up to where it was before. There. Okay. We kind of want that. These. Can we turn on proportional editing? Is it there? I don't understand why it's not working the way. Is it the rest of it's on the underside? Maybe I should shrink it down a tad. Get that full image in there. What are these? There are some here that I don't. Let's see if we can build this object, and because it does not take that long to redo that. We're gonna scale it up. Make sure we're doing everything right this time around. Scale. Throw it in object mode. Put it in vertice mode. Move it up. Control B to bevel. Actually, turn off that. No. Um, split that. And now when I select this, the object is finished by here, which is not what I want. Where are they? Yeah, that's what we want. So see how it's kind of warping the perspective, and that's what I want. And I'm gonna move that down a little bit more so that we could do the bevel and it kind of. You could even shrink it a little. There. And we'll shade smooth. So now what are we looking at? All right. Cool. So we've got what we want now. And I'm gonna try and scale this to the scene. So let's go to 1. Move it. Probably like right there, right? You can actually move it to the camera. Move camera to cursor and zoom out. Whoa. Okay, I guess that's kind of good, right? We'll do it here. Okay. Turn that off. So jump out of that. And I'm gonna, if this will edit the object or the texture on the object. Yep. Oh. No, it doesn't really. Keep going up until it's okay. So we kind of got our um the perspective that we want. So again, I'm gonna just edit this a little more. That there, move it up here, and I'm gonna actually have it magnet to the nearest face, not the light, just the aperture. Okay. Turn on this so we can see what we're looking at. And I think like in a normal Pokemon setting, it would be like kind of be like that. Cool. So now we've got a character in a scene. I actually have another character that we can import into this scene to make it a little neater. Um, but that's going to be for next time. That'll be the last class. We'll be animating this guy. So now that we have the stage set up, we have the rig set up, everything's colored, we can continue on to the next step, which is animating. So I'll see you guys next week.